person's perceptions and responses that result from the use or anticipated use of a product, system, or service. So there you have it, the official definition of user experience, UX, from the International Organization for Standardization. Now, how does that apply to your users and how they access and experience learning materials and content from your organization? Furthermore, when you hear that a device or software service has good UX, what does that mean to you? It's easy to forget that we have a lot of professional jargon in our line of work. UI and UX is a great example of this. It's clear once you know what to look for or how to think about it, but super confusing to those in the industry. Oftentimes UX, user experience, is confused with UI, user interface. The difference is that user interface is the look and feel of an application, i.e. colors, buttons, layouts, etc. Whereas user experience also includes how the users may access, find, interact with, reference, and actually use a tool. User experience is a more overarching view of what a user may experience while using a tool such as a learning system. And yes, I realize that defining user experience with the word experience is a bit of a dodge. In the simplest terms, UI is how it looks, UX is how it works. Now, you may have an application that has a great UI, very pleasing to the eyes, but if your users have a hard time interacting with it and finding relevant information, then the user experience may not be good. And the reverse can also be true. You may have a somewhat ugly site with minimal UI, but despite that, your users have a good experience using the tool and return to it with no issues. A great example of this that you maybe already know is Craigslist, which has all the visual charms of a late 90s AOL page, but works as expected and serves its purpose. Think about the learning systems you have encountered over the years. Were they easy to use, simple to navigate, and provide relevant information to you as a user? Did the interface look good and behave in a way that made it not only possible, but easy for you to access relevant learning materials? Or did you get stuck in a loop of pop-up windows, difficult logins, unclear iconography, and menu choices or screens that did not adapt correctly for mobile views? And let's not even get started on the click next button monotony. And I apologize to any learners I may have traumatized with that in the past. It's been a journey for all of us. There are many aspects of good UX to consider. For starters, try these on for size and see where you end up after assessing your current software platforms, and also use some of these as benchmarks in choosing new platforms. Things to look for. 1. A clear visual hierarchy that maps to the mental model of how the information is laid out in your categories or topics. If it's a performance support angle you're going for, map the menus and choices to tasks and responsibilities. 2. Check for unnecessary confirmations, clicks, and buried features that may slow your users down. If something is intended to be frequently engaged with, such as search or media playback, make sure the system features and provides easy access to that. 3. Ask to see design usability tests or other data from your vendor that proves that the system is as intuitive as they claim in marketing. UX is part art, part science, but performance can absolutely be validated in studies and data derived from tests. We could go on and on about great UX. It's a passion of ours here at SparkLearn, not only in providing an appealing and usable UI, but also a clear visual hierarchy, deep search functionality, and a consistent interface between both the app and browser-based versions that are all very user-focused. To experience great UX in an online learning platform and see how we do user experience differently, check out sparklearn.com to schedule a demo.